I want to talk about Thursday night football. Last week on Thursday night, Washington beat Chicago 12-7. It was another ugly game on Amazon Prime. I almost... You will never get me to feel bad for Amazon and Jeff Bezos, but man, I'm getting close. I'm like, these are horrible football games. Every week, it's just getting worse and worse. But the reason why I need to go back to Thursday night is I just have to talk about Chicago. I need to talk about the Bears offense. They are such a frustrating team to watch. They are trying to get their second-year quarterback, Justin Fields, going. And I just do not understand the play calling from Bears offensive coordinator Luke Getsy. Chicago has a struggling offensive line and a really, really athletic, highly mobile quarterback, Justin Fields, who runs basically better than a lot of running backs in the NFL, to be totally honest. Like, there's not a lot of guys I would rather have with the football in their hands at quarterback than Justin Fields. Maybe Josh Allen, maybe Lamar Jackson, and then Justin Fields, and then I would even go down to college and say Anthony Richardson's probably a great runner too at Florida. Kyler Murray is a great runner, but like Justin Fields is one of the best, not only runners at quarterback, maybe best runners with the football in his hands in the entire NFL, period. And I do not understand why there are not more plays designed to get Justin Fields on the move and outside of the pocket. In fact, Luke Getsy appears to be totally against leaning into Justin Fields' strength as a quarterback, which is his ability to run. And there are two moments in particular to me that watching on Thursday drove me crazy. I have to talk about them. I can't move on until I talk about this. One was on a 3rd and 1 with 11 minutes left in the game. And I was like, man, how about a perfect time to call a bootleg? You fake the run inside, it's 3rd and short, then you boot Justin Fields outside of the pocket on the perimeter where he can either run for a first down, you need 1 yard, or he can throw. It's a beautiful opportunity to run a bootleg. And I think the best guy running a bootleg in the NFL is Josh Allen, the quarterback in Buffalo, because he can run for power, he can run people over, he can also throw. He's great throwing on the run. And I think one of the other guys, Lamar Jackson's great at running bootlegs, and so is Justin Fields because of his ability to run. Defenders are put in a bind because do I suck up to the line of scrimmage and try to stop Justin Fields running? Because if I do that and I leave my assignment, I've got a receiver wide open. It's a conundrum. What do? And instead of calling a bootleg on 3rd and 1 with 11 minutes left, I am so... I'm fired up. I was watching on Thursday night, and I was about ready to pull my hair out. I'm like, what are you doing? Instead of, for some reason, instead of calling a bootleg, the Bears called a straight drop back pass on 3rd and 1. And Justin Fields got sacked. Again, with a struggling offensive line and a quarterback who runs better than almost anyone in the NFL. I was like, what are we doing, guys? We're not calling a bootleg on 3rd and 1, 11 minutes left in the game, in a winnable game. Why do you have Justin Fields if you're not going to use his ability to run the football? I know Luke Getsy didn't draft him, but you would think when he took the job, he's like, hey, the best thing about coaching Justin Fields? That running ability. Apparently not. I don't know what he's doing. Later at the end of the game, Chicago had the ball 1st and goal on the 5-yard line with 52 seconds left in the game. Down 5 points. You need a touchdown to win. And again, they just refused to move the pocket and get Justin Fields on the perimeter. By the way, in this game, Justin Fields ran the ball for 88 yards. He was the Bears' leading rusher. And in fact, I would say the number one thing we learned on Thursday night against Washington is that you do not want to play man coverage against Justin Fields. Not because he's going to shred you throwing the ball and going to throw people open and beat man coverage, but because if you play man coverage against Justin Fields, defenders are turning their back to the quarterback. They are focused on their man. And when Justin Fields takes off to run, there's no one to stop him. Unless you put a quarterback spy. And also, to be honest, even if you do that, he might make your QB spy miss, to be totally honest. I mean, he's just that great of a runner. But if you play man coverage against Justin Fields, you're going to allow him to run for tons and tons of yards. And so to be 3rd and 1 with 11 minutes left, or 1st and goal on the 5-yard line, 52 seconds left, you need a touchdown in a huge situation. For Chicago to not call any kind of sprint out or bootleg drove me up a wall. I couldn't believe it. Now, if you're playing against Chicago and you're a defense, play zone coverage, because I think that's what Justin is struggling with. You're challenging him to find throwing windows against. It's easy. When you play a man coverage for a quarterback, it's pretty easy to identify. He's got him, one-on-one coverage, find your best matchup. Zone coverage is a lot more difficult for a young quarterback at the NFL level. And also, if you play man coverage, you're inviting Justin Fields to run all over you. Now, let's be clear. Coaching is driving me nuts in Chicago. I don't know what the heck Luke Getsy is doing. I know I almost said it worse. But I don't want to come out and make it sound like Justin Fields is perfect and is doing everything right, because he's not. Like, Justin Fields is leaving a lot to be desired. There was a 3rd and 3 in the second quarter where he took a shot deep down the right sideline to Darnell Mooney and had a wide open shallow crosser that would have been a first down. Didn't see him, didn't throw him the ball. That's a problem. That's a Russell Wilson level mistake. It's very similar to that play Russ had on Monday night. We're like, dude, you have an easy first down right in front of you. You can't miss that. And hopefully that's a detail that Justin Fields is not missing by the end of this year, because as time goes on, Chicago's going to get, less and less gracious. And I just wonder, is Chicago going to run out of patience before Justin Fields figures it out? Because I think there's potential there, man. Like, his ability to run is incredible. He's done some good stuff throwing. You got to be patient and let him grow and learn in the offense. Remember, it's also, Justin Fields is not only on a team with a bad offensive line, not a lot of great receiving weapons. Your best receiver, Darnell Mooney, is like 140 pounds. Like, he's a tiny guy. He's also learning a new offensive system. It's his second year in the NFL and his second system in the NFL. That's not great. I mean, Justin Fields isn't exactly being set up to succeed to the highest of standards. And also, when he's that talented, I think you got to give the guy a lot of room to grow. Like, say, hey, the potential's there. Sit back, let coaches work. Hopefully you get a good coach who understands his abilities are running the football. Gosh, I'm really hung up on that. But I think you want to give a lot of patience to Justin Fields. Now, 2nd and goal in general on Thursday night last week was rough for Justin Fields. On his first 2nd and goal situation, he had a ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. It wasn't exactly, tipped is the wrong way to put that, but it got bounced up in the air and picked off. Really what happened was he had Cole Kmet open in the end zone, and he just threw the ball into a defensive lineman's helmet. That's not great. I don't love that, but hey, like, I can live with that one, because his second time on 2nd and goal was even worse. Justin Fields had a wide open receiver. Should have been a touchdown. He made a bad throw. Awful stuff. It's a great play call. They ran like an orbit motion. They fake the inside handoff. You have your tight end wide open down in the right side of the end zone. Great play call. Receiver wide open in the end zone. And a bad throw. You can't have that. I'm sorry. Hey, I will defend Justin Fields a lot. There's a lot of things I'll say, hey, this is going badly. This is going badly. I don't know that he's being set up to succeed. But you can't miss a wide open touchdown on 2nd and goal. Also, he took a sack early on 1st and 10 where he had a dig route, wide open, and wide open's the wrong word, but like open where there's a vendor behind him, guys running a dig across the field. That's open in the NFL. You got to pull the trigger and throw the football. He didn't, and instead he took a sack on 1st and 10. Like, there are things that Justin Fields is not doing good enough.